Email Patricia now with your story or comment. Cork Today at c103.ie.
Cork Today on C103.
Now, the latest house price report from property website daft.ie showed that house prices rose on average by 9% last year, and the number of second-hand homes has dropped by 15% year on year. Majella Galvin of DNG Galvin Auctioneers in Bandon has compiled an analysis of the local market in County Cork, and Majella joins me this morning. Good morning to you, Majella.
Good morning, Patricia, and Happy New Year to you.
And indeed, many happy returns. So what are we looking at price-wise for County Cork?
For County Cork, well, I suppose the whole market in 2024 and continuing to be in 2025 is characterised by low demand high demand and low supply, and because of that, it's driving prices up. We've seen prices increase in the past year up to 10%.
Wow. And that is a lot for people who are budgeting a set amount to buy a house, and suddenly when they're ready to buy, to discover they'll need another 10%.
Absolutely. And it's all energy efficient turnkey homes that are most popular in the market today. Properties that require work are sitting that bit longer. Mainly, I suppose it's mainly due to the lack of labour out there, and people just don't want to take on projects.
And outside of the energy efficient homes, and you can understand why people want energy efficient homes, what other properties are most sought after, particularly in West Cork?
There's high demand for detached properties kind of within close proximity to towns, mainly from families that are looking to trade up from their semi-detached property but want to stay in the same area with schools for kids and activities. So there's high demand for that type of property. Of course, always high demand for the coastal property in West Cork. And we saw a lot of demand coming from the UK and most recently the US for West Cork Kinsale coastal property. Yeah,
I imagine when a coastal property goes on the market, it sells really quickly. And I'm assuming huge figures?
Yes, they're commanding high figures. There's no doubt about it. We would be have a database from Hamptons International, and we'd have a ready list of ready to go buyers all year round.
We're talking what, $1 million+ properties or euro properties?
Yeah, there was over 10 million plus property sales in West Cork in the past year, and another 10 million plus in Kinsale in the past year.
Doesn't surprise me. So who are the buyers? Who's buying property at the moment?
There's a wide range of buyers out there, Patricia, at the moment. One that we've seen increasingly trying to get into the market is downsizers. There's a lot of people out there that are looking at life and saying, this house is too big, the family have left the nest, and we want to right size, I suppose, is the new word for it, and get a home that meets our needs. Now, many of these downsizers have large homes, which would be perfect for the demand that's out there for family homes. But there's a blockage in the market because these downsizers are finding it very difficult to find suitable homes. They're mainly looking for the bungalow within close proximity to the town, and they're very, very hard to get.
Yeah, and certainly any downsizer who would contact us on the programme all say the same thing. They'd love to move out of this big, maybe 4 or 5 bedroomed house. Family is long since gone. Even some people in 3 bedroomed houses saying, look, I'm here on my own. I'd love to downsize. But they all want to remain in the area where they have raised their family. Yeah, their community.
The community is central for people. There's no doubt about it. And I think we need to look at building more suitable type homes, We need to look where we have an ageing population, Patricia, and we need to look forward on that.
So outside of the downsizers, who else is buying at the moment? I mean, I'm assuming there's a lot of first-time buyers desperately
are very active,
trying to buy.
Absolutely. So they're mainly going for the new homes with the energy rated homes again, because they'll avail of the green mortgage rates and of course the help to buy scheme. But, we are increasingly seeing them looking into the second hand market as well.
Are there people also trying to trade up? People who started out with that apartment and is now ready because maybe they have a family?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Even since this working from home is continuing, people need the extra bedroom in the house. So they want the bigger garden, the extra bedroom. But again, they want to stay within the community because many have children in the local schools. So it's, the majority of buyers out there that we're dealing with want to stay in the local community.
And what about the buy-to-let market? Are there still investors out there and landlords looking to invest in property?
There are certainly investors out there. There's no doubt about it, Patricia. But they are being extremely cautious. Like, we continue to see the exit of landlords, and that's mainly due to regulation and tax issues. But what we do find is investors that are out there at the moment, they're looking for properties. A lot of them are going for new builds because they'll have no rent caps. And they're also looking for properties, that meet minimum rental requirements or that can avail of grants like the vacant property grant.
Okay, and then for those who are trying to both buy and sell, first of all, start with the people who are trying to buy. Talk to me about the biggest challenges and what's your general advice for people trying to buy a property?
I suppose for buyers out there is, you need to be purchase ready. And what I mean by that is you need your proof of funds, your engineer and your solicitor lined up. Now, for some people who aren't getting a mortgage that are buying subject to selling their own property, that really is a catch-22 situation, because we're dealing with many clients who are afraid to put their property in the market because they can't find another property. But the issue there, Patricia, is if these people find another property and they want to put an offer on another property, they can't do it because they're not purchase ready.
That must be hard. That must be heartbreaking for somebody.
It is. But we're seeing we're doing at D&G Gallivan now, Patricia, is we're preparing properties with people like downsizers so that they can hit the button and go on the market straight away. So if you're thinking about selling in 2025, it really is about being prepared. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, you need to be prepared. And I think the special message for sellers out there is that you can't just put up a sign on a property and put it on the internet. There's a lot of work that goes on the background from both your solicitor, from the agent, and yourself getting things in order. So, you need to be starting well in advance.
Now, obviously, because demand is out there for property at the moment, it's probably a good time all year round to sell a house. But in your opinion, what's the best time of the year to put a property on the market?
Do you know, that's a question I'm asked every day, Patricia. And I suppose it's so different now. Before, it was you're depending on the seasons. But now, as you say, demand is all year round. Now, you could take it if you look at the month of January, a lot of people will wait till spring. So if you wanted to take advantage of that less competition out there, you would place your property in the market here in January. You would just have that competitive edge. But in all, really, Patricia, the timing isn't as important anymore.
Is it not?
We have internet. We had emails on Christmas Day inquiring about properties, so it doesn't stop.
And that having a loaf of bread in the oven and the coffee brewing as the would-be purchaser comes in, is that all gone now?
It's not gone, because I think it's a nice touch, but definitely it's different times. Like, first impressions are very important. The curb appeal of your property, having things neat and tidy. And I think you don't have to go spending lots of money on that. It's just been taking time to look at things and carry out minor repairs and make sure your property is looking well.
Okay. Get out your crystal ball now for us, Majella, and what do you predict is ahead for 2025 when it comes to the property market?
I wish I had a crystal ball, Patricia.
So do we all.
I don't see much of a change in the 2025 property market. We're going to continue with low supply and high demand. Like last year, we produced over 30,000 houses where we really need 60,000 houses. I see price increases kind of averaging between 6 and 10%. Like our market is very strong. We've good employment, and of course, we're in for a cut in interest rates set to continue. So again, I think the demand will continue for turnkey energy efficient homes. And I think that we'll see more demand coming from overseas, like the US. And what that's creating as well for us, what it created for us in 2024 from overseas buyers is a number of private sales. So where overseas buyers will contact our internal office here in the database, and we sell properties before they go in the market. So it's important for buyers to be aware of that not all properties hit the market.
And are they for people who want to relocate to the area, or are they people, is it an investment property? Is it a holiday home they're buying?
There's a variety, would you
Is
believe? There's a variety. I think people are really attracted to West Cork, with our climate. We've good access to international airports, and it's a safe environment. And they're all factors that are creating more demand for property here.
Okay, listen, we leave it there. Thank you for that, and thank you for taking time out to talk to us today, Majella.
Thank you, Patricia.
Good morning to you. That is Majella.